Hey, what's going on? Just wanted to show you a real quick review of my BLUNDSTONE 585s. I've got the rustic brown colorway of the 585s. I had them for a couple months now. Wore them all winter. I'm still wearing them now. Here coming into the spring, and I honestly love them. But I didn't want to give away too much, so let's go through some pros and some cons. But before we get into it, let me give you the basics, the specifics. These are the BLUNDSTONE 585s in rustic brown. They're a Chelsea boot with a round toe, and they retail for about $220 US. These boots have a leather upper and a rubber outsole and a little bit of elastic on the sides to help you get your foot in easier. Getting into it, here's some pros that I really love about my boots so far. First off, they're water resistant is what they say, and they really mean it. They're nearly waterproof. My feet are always dry anytime I go out in the rain or whatever, stepping through puddles, which I guess I do sometimes. I don't know. But I wear them all the time. They are always my rain shoe. They're a snowshoe even for me, and they are killing it every time. The rubber outsole is very comfy. I've done many long days on these, and they're always holding up. They don't breathe perfectly, but that's all right, especially if these are a fall or winter shoe. Another cool, fun thing is that rustic brown color actually looks pretty much the same as when I got it. Since it already looks like a worn boot, it just looks the same. Another huge thing is they just go with a lot. They're a really good, versatile shoe. You can kind of dress them up, you can kind of dress them down. Would I wear it to like a really nice dinner? Probably not, but I've worn them out plenty of times on a town and I feel totally comfy, and also I've worn them super casually because they're a slip-on shoe. They're just easy, you know? Which leads me to say, this is the ultimate travel shoe. And I think they kind of advertise it as that, but they really mean it. Sometimes when I travel for a week, I only bring these boots and I only wear these boots, and I don't find myself needing anything else. I really do recommend these boots for anybody who's traveling, especially if you're in colder climates, Colorado, Seattle, whatever. These are perfect for you. However, as with everything, there's always some cons. So let's get into those really quick. There's really not many. The first couple times they were kind of hard to pull on. That obviously changes as they break in and the elastic kind of opens, but for the most part, totally fine now. Another thing is I had an interesting time finding my right size. Their half sizes mean width only. There's no extra length in a 9.5, it's only width. So I was kind of between this middle ground, and a lot of places really don't have the half size in stock unless you ask for it. So I had asked for it, they got it in, and it was an odd fit between, and I ended up going with the 9, not needing that extra width. But it's all worked out now. I really don't notice a difference. If you're looking for that good fit, I would suggest trying both and making sure that you're in the right size. When finding these boots, I tried a couple of different styles as well as different fits and sizes in those, and I found that boot to boot, the fit is actually a little bit different. I tried on the tobacco, like more of a suede on the outside, and they fit a lot tighter in a size 9 than the size 9 in the rustic brown 585s. That's okay, but just make sure you know that there is inconsistency in some of the sizing boot to boot. Lastly, the only other hang up is they're kind of expensive, but for a boot of this quality, I completely back it. $220 is not ridiculous for a well-made, durable boot. Especially when you compare it to things like Red Wing, this is a totally reasonably priced boot that you're gonna get tons of years out of. However, at the end of its life, BLUNDSTONE says that you can't really resole it, which I don't know. Maybe there's cobblers out there that'll try it, but they say it won't be the same. Other than that, that's all my cons, and those kind of work themselves out over time. They're really not cons. I honestly overall love these boots, and I would recommend them to everybody that's looking for a good all-purpose boot, especially if you're traveling a whole lot. If you have any questions that I didn't cover in this video about my experience with my BLUNDSTONEs, let me know in the comments. I'd love to get back to everybody as much as I can and help you guys out finding the right boot for you. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for checking this out, and happy hunting.